What you doing, Bonnie Lou?
Hi there.
Working your garden?
I'm working in my garden.
Say
Pulling
hi.
radishes.
Say hi to the people in Vermont.
Hello, people in Vermont.
This is what she does out here. Gardeners. Little sister's helping.
We're going to pick strawberries next.
Finding a lot of weeds.
Oh, now is the weed time of the year. There's always weeds.
Wow. Got quite a batch of them.
Yeah, but you know, they're late this year. They've got the required number of days, but they're late in growing. They're not supposed to be really big anyway. We don't grow the real big ones, but these are late in coming.
Those all going to the farmer's market
These are
tomorrow?
all going to the farmer's market. We'll take them to the wash stand, and we'll let Logan take care of washing them and banding them all in bands. And we try to pick the best we got for our market and for our people. And we have all kinds of people that come. There's a lot of seniors. We deal with a lot of seniors, a lot of families, and we deal with a lot of very low-income people. And so we always do our best to accommodate the low-income people.
Do you pretty much get rid of everything you bring to the market?
Yeah, we'll sell out everything we've grown.
And you do that every weekend throughout the summer?
For 16 weeks in the summer.
You must have a lot of big muscles.
That's what Victor's for. I'm not a muscle person. I'm pretty weak, actually. Okay, we ready? Yep. Just a second. Grab one in, I'll grab the other. This is we grow organic too. So, and that's why you see a lot of weeds. See the weeds if we grow organic. Here, let me just kill you. It's heavy.
All right, I can do it.
Okay, I gotta change my gloves before I pick strawberries.
All right, I'm following you.
You go ahead.
All right.
I'll follow you. I might fall down. I hate uneven ground. I get a lot of that. Taking them to the wash stand? Yeah, they're going to the wash stand. You can tell I've been here before. Tomatoes are late this year too, because we had a lot of rain and it was cold, so they're late this year. They're about 2 weeks behind.
When did your planting season start out here in Iowa?
You can start, actually, some people start the end of March.
Oh, really? It's that warm then?
Yeah, well, the cold weather vegetables, because they don't mind the frost. They'll take light frost. Kohlrabi, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, onions. Onions are the first thing we plant.
I see the onions look pretty healthy too, don't
Yeah, they're getting, a lot of those were from last year. I left the bulbs we got last year were really small. So we left them in the ground for over the winter, and they're, the big ones are those that grew from those. And they're Walla Wallas.
What do you call them?
Walla Wallas.
Oh.
They're a sweet onion you can eat almost like an apple.
Huh.
Took my breath away. Come back here. We sell a lot of them because I think we're the only ones that are growing them right now in the market. I changed my gloves before I do and get a basket for strawberries. You can go get it. We're on the porch. Yeah, I ain't getting the gloves anyway.
This is the washing station, huh?
This is the washing. The washing's here, and the hoses go to the garden and wherever else Victor wants them. And we bring the sprayer over. They wash them all here, and they bundle them, and they put them in clean totes for market. So our vegetables are all washed and cleaned when they go to market.
Bing cherry.
Bing cherry. We have a lot of cherries this year.
So those are going to be ripe pretty soon, huh?
They've got about 2 weeks to go. Usually the end of June the cherries start.
They have pits in them.
Yes. Yeah. I freeze them. The excess I freeze. I de-pit them. I have a de-pitter, and I freeze them and I use them in my bars for market. I cook with a lot of them, and I make jam out of them too.
I see you got a lot of baked bread in there. Is that for the farmers market
That's for
too?
the farmers market. I make bread every week and rolls and all the bread stuffs.
What are these plants over here?
These are my raspberries.
No, the
These are blueberries.
oh, they're blueberries.
I lost a lot of them last year. I don't know why. Someone told me I was loving them too much. I was giving them too much fertilizer. And I think probably that's what I did. Because I really fertilized them last year. But he lost about 8-9 plants.
And these are the raspberries.
The raspberries. And last fall I cut them all right back. There was only one row going down the line.
Yeah.
And that's what I got right now. They all came back. And
I see they're bearing out already.
yeah, they've all got berries. They'll be about the last week of June. Because they're late. They're ever bearing. They'll bear almost all summer.
How often do you have to trim them down to? Do you do it every year?
I try to.
Yeah.
Take the dead ones out. The ones that produce this year won't produce next year.
Morning, you guys.
Oh, so it's alternating.
Yeah. Victor, Logan, I have radishes already to go. I'm going to get new gloves and then I'm coming out to pick
And
up
those, oh, what are those trees over there?
Those are all cherry trees. Over here, the three first ones are cherry trees.
3, yeah.
And we have 2 pear trees. And we have a bartlett and a yew. You have to have 2 pear trees for them to pollinate. We have 2 plum trees. We have to have 2 of those also. And behind those are apple trees. And down on the end are peach trees. And
Oh, way
cherry
down
trees,
over there.
all the way down. And there's 2 apple trees over here beside the sweat lodge. And these 2 are peaches.
What do you do with the sweat lodge? Just a place to hang out?
It used to be. We used to have the original sweat in it, but Victor took it apart.
Yeah.
He didn't really have time for it, and you have to go get lava rock and all that stuff for it. So he didn't really have time.
So how's the life on the Indian Reservation? You like it here?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. A lot of good
Yeah.
neighbors.
My neighbors are very good. Most people are scared of them because they're Native American, but they're some of the best neighbors I've ever had.
Oh, cool.
And they're very kind people. They're not mean people. They're just kind people that just want to live their way. And here on this res, we have a lot of 100% natives, and there's no any white blood or whatever. Then there's a lot of black mixed in with the natives.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a lot of diversity in the native population, and I've had nothing but kindness from all my native people I've met.
And you also serve some of the natives with they have a walk-in cooler where
Walk-in cooler. And
they hang their elk and their
deer and their buffalo, because they go buffalo hunting at Yellowstone. In the spring they have a buffalo hunt and they weed out the herds, and they have rangers that take them around, and the rangers pick out the buffalo they can shoot to weed out the herd, and that's the only one they can shoot. They can't shoot any one they want. They have to shoot the one that they want to weed out of the herd. And generally it's the older buffalo. But it's a native tradition here to hunt buffalo and every year. And it's a real big part of the staple of their diet here. They eat a lot of it. And they make a lot of jerky with it.
Now, can they hunt here on the reservation year-round if they want to?
Anywhere on the reservation, anywhere.
And there's no quantity. They take what they need.
They take what they need for the family, and that's what they do. I'd say 99% of them hunt for only meat only, feeding families only. And the ones that hunt that don't need, they're hunting to feed their elderly population. And if they get extra, they donate it to all their elderly people that live here. So that makes, because the elders can't hunt anymore, they're too
So
old.
they take care of their
They
elders here.
100% take care of their elders here.
Yeah.
And I'm considered an elder now too, and I do have meat donated to me, and they bring me salmon that they catch out of the Columbia, and
But I see you also donate a lot to the tribe.
I do. I do. And I've done it since I've been here. I started out feeding kids cookies, and I became known as the cookie lady. And I used to have them lined up at my front door in the morning and saying, "Cookie lady, I'm hungry today. I'm hungry today." So I'd feed them cookies and I'd give them a glass of milk. And then it got to be some sort of adults, and they were hungry. They didn't have any money for food. So they'd come, and I usually cook big roasts and big stews and spaghetti, and so I'd fill containers and let them take home their supper, and with a roll, sweet roll of course. And if we have leftover from market, a few years ago, I've done it up until last year, I always donated to the senior center. I gave them everything left on my table for the senior citizens. And they would put it on table at the Senior Citizens Center, and the seniors would come and pick exactly what they wanted. The vegetables or cakes or cookies, they take what they wanted. And it was pretty unique because they only took what they needed. They didn't try to go in and clean it out and say,
No greed, no greed there.
No greed to it. They took exactly what they needed and what they could eat, whether it was 2 cookies or 1 cookie, that's what they could eat. They wouldn't try to take a dozen or anything. And then a couple of years ago, we had all the big fires, and our firemen needed meals. So we went to market, and as soon as we were told they needed meals, we shut down our whole table. We made 0 funds that day, and we donated everything that we'd brought to market on our table to the firemen that were fighting the fires that were raging here in Idaho.
They get quite a few fires in Idaho?
Yeah, some years.
Gets pretty dry then
It
sometimes?
does, because we're actually an arid state. I know it's wet right now, but this is the last of our rain. We won't have any more till come November, December. And it'll be pretty hot and dry. It gets very, very dry here. The soil dries out really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know the plants look great.
Yeah, well, they've had a lot of water. We just had a big rain. And
Nice and green.
now they need sunshine. And these are all grown organically. We don't use any commercial fertilizers or commercial poisons on anything. We use everything organic, and our customers really appreciate this because a lot of them are into health food, and a lot of them feed families.
Now, it's been probably 20 years since you've been back to Vermont, or?
It's been quite some time.
It's been a long time ago.
I don't fly much anymore because it bothers my legs to sit that long in an airplane, and I actually get seasick. Last time I flew, my son Eddie is in Atlanta, and I flew to Atlanta to spend some time with the kids and him and his wife, and I just threw up all the way. So it was very nice because I was on a big jumbo jet, and I had some missionaries that sat both sides of me, and they all handed me their barf bags. And I put my coat over my head, and I'm so sorry. He says, "That's fine. You're fine. Don't let it bother you one single bit. This is fine. We'll deal with this. You just calm down and try to feel better, you know." And it was nice. And that's the last time I flew, and I think that was 5 or 6 years ago. But it's not because I don't want to. It's just because I just can't, and it's not worth being sick over, you know.
So all you folks out there are wondering what happened to Bonnie Bradley. She's very happily working her gardens in Idaho.
I love it. I love it. It's just we're doing something new this year. We're doing strawberries. I have a neighbor that had a strawberry bed that was overloaded with roots. So last year she gave me a whole bunch, and I potted every single one, and I kept them under grow lights all winter long. And this is what I got. And from their offspring, I got more, and so I planted more. So next year I'm hoping to double. Every year I'm hoping to double my strawberry bed. because there's not another grower here locally that grows strawberries.
I see they're starting to ripen now,
They
huh?
are. I've actually been picking them about 3 weeks. We've been eating them.
Well, that's what they're for.
Yeah, I know. I come out and have my breakfast out here, and Victor will come out and have his lunch out here. He'll eat carrots. If we didn't grow carrots, he'll usually come out and pull carrots and eat some, and the greens and stuff. He'll eat it right raw from the garden.
And this is all beets down through there?
Those are all beets, which we're going to be picking today. Some beets for market. Yep, beets and onions and strawberries, and we have kohlrabi to pick today too. That's ready. Kohlrabi is a celery-like a vegetable which you can eat raw or cut up and put in stews, and some people even grind it all up and put panko and mushrooms and onions with it. The vegetarians that can't eat meat, they'll use it for a hamburger patty, and it's quite tasty, I guess. So that's a good thing for our vegetarians we deal with. So
Cool.
yeah.
All right, folks. There she is.
Bye.
Later.